All right, here we go. Special thanks to House Lau, Wings of Shu in the chat for donating the Eternium Cassiopeia. That is the cool skin that we mentioned. Cassiopeia doesn't have a lot of skins, but I think that's one of the better ones. The title is pretty funny. But I actually did look it up. According to League of Graphs, I am the number 14 Recon right now in NA. I don't know how that's possible, but that's just what it is. I don't know exactly their metrics, how they figure out who the top ranked Recon people are. It's some combination of how many games you played, your rank, and probably different types of stats that you get in those games. I was number 12 last night, but I haven't played today. Why does it keep showing me the world? Oh, it tells you right here. How is it ranked? Average between your solo queue tier and your flex tier. Okay. 12% win rate to the score times 2, 100% KDA. Okay, so you can read their methodology. So they have a lot, like a big formula to try to figure that out. So this keeps linking to like world, all regions. But if we go to just NA here, then I am the number 14. There are some that are higher ranked than me that are like a gold 1 and a gold 3. So your rank does matter, but part of it also is your win rate, I think, how many games played that you have with that win rate, and like your other stats that go into that too. A lot of the people are obviously going to be like Grandmaster or higher Diamond people. Yeah. Rakan's decently played. Hey, check this out though. 10.1, especially in China. I think some other regions might be playing as well. 100% win rate. Now, at 7 games played, which is not like, you know, an insane amount, but like it's not super low. Like you don't have to scroll too far. I mean, he might be like the 20th most played champ or something like that. But 100%'s 100%. It's not like he was played once in pro play. And each one of those games was a different person on a different team. So it's not like there's just one super good Recon player that's like spamming him on one team, right? It's different players on different teams. So, I don't know. I think he's really underrepresented, obviously. I think he's really good, but... Okay. Been seeing way more Nautilus. Well, he's been one of the most popular supports for probably like 6 months or more. Hey, thanks to Shane. I appreciate it. I mean, a lot of stuff changed last season with him, and a lot of stuff changed in the meta. You know, I'm not sure how far back you're looking at here, but you know, Tahm Kench got nerfed a lot. He's one of the primary counters to Nautilus. So Tahm Kench got nerfed a ton back in the spring, like several really big nerfs to Tahm Kench. Well, he just got nerfed pretty much all year. He's one of the more nerfed champs of the year. So lost 10% movement speed here, thick skin duration, like huge nerfs too. They were just like really bad. Around like 9-14 or so. So a little over halfway in the season. But even on 9-12, he got nerfed a ton. Like Kench just got bulldozed. But he's still, at least in Korea during the Cassiopeia Cup, was one of the more popular champs. So Recon is still really strong. Or not Recon. Tahm Kench still gets played. He was one of the primary counters to it. And then Nautilus got several like champion-specific buffs throughout the season as well. I think his Q got a lot of damage. They increased the root duration on his auto attack, which was pretty massive. Ban Echo or Set? I guess it was Ban Echo.
You
But yeah, his auto attack got extra damage on it. His Q got extra damage on it. I think the cooldown got lowered on it. He got probably at least 5 nerfs, or 5 buffs rather, during the season. I might see if we can get in some counter picks if we're a later pick, but if we're like first or second pick, we're probably just gonna go with Recon. So he has got nerfs near the end of the season, a couple of nerfs. They're dialing him back a little bit because he was like a 54% win rate in the back half of the season and into the preseason. But yeah, early on, 20 extra damage on his hook around 912, extra 1/4 of a second on his staggering blow. Base damage was increased here by 40 at max rank. AP ratio is increased. On-target cooldown was lowered a lot. It's a 6 seconds flat, so you can auto-attack the same person and get this triggered twice in a lot of all-ins. So those were a lot of the kind of the major changes. Also, a lot of last season was all about like super high damage dealers that were fairly squishy in all roles that didn't have a lot of CC, so you really needed CC from the support role in order to function. So it was mostly like really high damage junglers and high damage top laners. So just tanks and other roles just really weren't that popular. So you kind of had to go for an engaged tank to fit your team comps a lot of times. So that pretty much became Nautilus and Leona, especially with the Tahm Kench nerfs. Morgana was nerfed. That might have been a couple of seasons ago. That might have been last season too. I think Morg was nerfed also at some point. I think that was early last season. Morg was nerfed. Tahm was nerfed. That's fine. Let's go with the split here. I don't think he's sleeper. Like, there were very, very specific things that happened. That like, it's not just like people... I mean, I do think that he was more powerful than people thought for a while. But at the same time, there were like some very real shifts in the meta. Like, it wasn't just sentiment. There were very real shifts in the meta and direct buffs to him that moved him up quite a bit. I mean, sometimes things that seem pretty small can actually end up being a pretty huge deal. Because, like, Nautilus has always had a kit that's really good. It's just, you know, there have been other champs that could counter him, or other champs that just kind of did sort of what he was doing better. People stopped playing Rakan as... Well, Recon was still played quite a bit, but...
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
The universe tends towards chaos. I'm just helping it along.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said in patch notes. I did record some patch notes. They were a lot longer than I thought they're going to be. I thought they'd be really quick, but then I ended up, you know, going over. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, that's the big thing, is a lot of people are maxing Hook. Which I still don't really think is correct on Nautilus, but that's what a lot of people are doing on him. But if you max your E first and then your W, then you're going to lose like 10 damage on your early game Q, and it's not going to matter that much.
Minions have spawned.
Yes, E is very big for wave clear, and it's actually quite a bit of damage in team fights too. Like, if they get hit by 2 waves, which is not uncommon in team fights, it's 350 damage. Because the waves break 3 times, and it's really easy to get hit by 2 of those waves. So it's a lot of damage in team fights. It's good wave clear. It's spammable. I mean, it's just the thing that historically people have always... Damn it, I missed that. The thing that people have always maxed on him. So they did buff Hook several times. So, I mean, I guess that's enticing people to play him with the Hook more, but yeah, I think if you switch back over to E, it's probably fine. you go back in, dude? Alright.
Doing the right thing. Boring.
I guess she flashed autoed. Vayne's actually not, like, super terrible against their team. If she gets dunked, that could be a problem, although she can pin someone into the wall also. Yeah, that's a big problem with Leona, is you just don't have a lot of run room. You just, if they're close to the tower, it's so hard to dive, especially after the nerf to Conquer. You just don't get nearly as much armor early on, and it can really screw up your dives. I mean, Vayne's doing, like, okay. She's doing okay. Like, she's not playing that poorly. Leona did flash Q her earlier, I think, so... We're actually not that far behind. Tristana's just missing a lot of wide open CS. It feels like we're getting crushed in this lane, other than that kill that I just got. I mean, this is kind of a tough early lane, too, and we're basically breaking even, and we got a kill. Like, we're down 5 CS, which it's pushing towards us, too, so it's not even, like, that big of a deal. It would have been nice on that knock-up if Vayne tumbled this way and pinned her into the wall. But I think we're gonna do Mercs here. Mercs, Frozen Heart. Yeah, that's a huge issue, is in a lane like this with Vayne, especially when Kane's just like living on the top side of the map, we just lose all of our dragon pressure. Like, Kane really needs to gank bottom, especially with like the summoners down. I don't know. I just don't like playing around top. I mean, especially it's like, who's top? Like Sion? Like what? Sion's fine. You know, if he doesn't have a lot of gold, he can function on that. Vayne scales so much harder than Sion, and we could get dragons. Like, I don't know. I really don't like it when junglers are on the top side of the map, unless dragon's already dead. I mean, it's just pretty poor macro. This lane is so easy to gank too with the Leona.
Safe is for nerds.
I mean, it's just pretty big mismanagement. Am I playing with Wings? Who's Wings of Death? Oh, that's the Wings of Death? I just realized that. I've played with him before. I would not run AP on Senna. Her ratios are just too bad. I've tried it before. I don't think it's that great. I mean, maybe Athene. I would start with Umbral almost always and then go to Athene's after that. Where did she ward? What? Why did she go so deep if she wasn't warding? Maybe she threw it over the pit. Kind of next leveled, figured. I don't know. If you don't know, Wings was a former pro player, like probably 5 years ago or so. Well, did he ever? I think he started at least once on a pro stage. Okay, we're starting to get behind a little bit here. He's not a jungler main, though. I'm almost positive, unless he switched. Like, something dramatic's going on. Gotcha. Sniff that out. Dude. Yeah, Triss, when she just gets to do her thing, is can be really oppressive with like a Leona. No, not Umbral Grave Recon. Man, they're running all over us in this jungle, though. They're getting like every objective. Now this is gonna be bad. Vayne's gonna miss a lot here. Yeah, I don't know why she's going up, like, messing with that Leona. Unless you're really, like, she can E back. I think she can E out of Leona's E. So if Leona's trying to auto-attack her, or if Leona's trying to E her, if Leona tries to E her and then Vayne E's the E, like, condemns the grab, then I think Vayne can outplay. I think you can do that. I don't know if the E, Leona's E will stay attached or not if you knock them back, but I don't know if it's like the same as
You deny the darkness in your soul.
Thanks, buddy.
You deny your power.
I love evil, and evil loves me.
Is Vayne dead? Of course she is. Why wouldn't she be? Okay, she just flashed. Wings, come on, bro.
Stare in the mirror. It's daily animation.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay, well. Alright, well that's good. We're still down like 30 CS there, but we did make a play. Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth probably. We weren't going to be able to do anything bottom lane anyways. Kane was around mid. We're pulling the Leona out of that lane too, and Vayne looks like she could 1v1 the Tristana potentially. getting my mana back off of that. I still don't think we can 2v2 him. No, she's too big right now. Unless we have Vayne come down to help out a little bit. Am I gonna be able to run over there and get? Please don't die, Vayne. Please don't die, Vayne. I don't think we can 2v2 him. I mean, I think Kane should have come down, but he's not, so...
An enemy has been slain.
I'm just shadowing the Leona so she can't dive. Dude, we're gonna die.
Turret plate will fall soon.
Okay, is he gonna come down? Dude, please stop. It's like doing golems, man. It's like, come on, just come down here. Wait, Kane, for the love of God. Golems don't matter. They're going to get our tower and kill us. Jesus. Took so long. It's like, for real, dude, golems over double kill plus tower. It's like when they were pushed up, we had them, like, easy. I don't know. Seems like a wasted opportunity. We are really far ahead, but I think that was still a pretty large blunder. They're all coming down here now for sure. We gotta give it up. I mean, he is farming really well. Like, he's doing all right. It's just that was just a big lost opportunity, I think. I don't know, but you know, I'm almost positive he's not a jungler main, so he's probably just doing the best he can. Probably just doesn't really like know a lot of the priorities right now in the jungle. Like, for instance, they nerfed the crap out of golem experience, like gold, so it's not worth nearly as much as it used to be. And I mean, that's like a really high probability play when you have a Recon sitting there with his ult and his flash, you know, again, and a Vayne that can run him down against something like a Leona.
This place will look different when we're in charge, Riku. More dark matter? Dark matter everywhere. As far as the eye can see.
Yeah, Wings is a top laner. I mean, either top or mid. I mean, I knew he was a solo laner. I'm gonna have to. I wish they just made Anivia, like, give her full frost stack. Like, really, in 2020, does she have to be nerfed that hard? Like, just say if she touches you with her ult, then you get the full value out of the E. I don't know. I didn't think she was that oppressive to begin with when they nerfed her. It's like, okay, there's like a couple of people that played her, but I don't know. I think they did Anivia wrong. I don't know. I think she needs a little help. Like, that would not... Help, help, help. Hip!
Dominating.
We'll just see. I do like the new build path a lot on Shurelya's and Redemption, because you can, like, you have so much flexibility. You can just get the items for both of them and just see kind of where the game's gone in 5 minutes. Hey, what's up, Adam? Yeah, what's up, Selgora?
I'm way more fun now.
We got busted up by Wings before with some of my buddies back when Flex Key was mandatory in season 6, I think, or yeah, season 6, or was it season 7? I can't remember. But Wings was with Heisendong, and I had a couple of low diamond people on my team, and I guess I don't know if they were smurfing or like what was up, but they obliterated us. He was playing mid lane Brand too. He was playing like some off lane, like, or off role mid laner. Now the person he was styling on. Well, actually, I didn't change the thing. I am 100 LP right now, but this is my first game of the night. It was I had a lot of stuff going on. I had to take care of my daughter this evening, and then I had to take care of some school stuff too. So it wasn't able to start until around like 11:45. I'll try to stay a little bit later. My daughter is sick though, so I might have to take care of her tomorrow. We'll see. I'm gonna try to send her into daycare. Let's see how she's feeling in the morning. Hey man, look, here's the deal. Someone from daycare got her sick, coming in, being sick. So, I don't feel bad about sending her in with it. If other kids are gonna be allowed to spread the plague, it's fine, but you better take my kid in too if she's got the plague. It is really annoying when you're a working parent. Okay, we'll give you one, Nagarake.
Used to be a square, and I embrace the darkness.
He's just too strong and too fast. I think he was gonna kill her right there. Sure you don't want something other than a lullaby though? Like a different kind of song? Or, I don't know, it just feels kind of like unusual for me to sing a lullaby, but I mean if that's what you want, I can do it. a random 4 there?
Save it for nerds. I know danger.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It should be number 1. Hey, I'm just saying statistically what League of Graph says. Okay. I was like, I'm pretty terrible at singing. I mean, I'll do it for fun, but
An enemy
it's
has
whatever
been
you want. I
slain.
mean, if you want that. Oh, you just wanted an excuse to donate? Alright.
Orange.
We need to get out. We're gonna get... Something bad's gonna happen here. Dragon's up. There's Vayne. Vayne spotting. They just let him go, Sion. Let her go. She's gone. Obviously.
Woo! I am so far past redemption. I am Rapunzel. Population.
What should I do if I want to start playing Recon? I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, like, you're basically saying, like, what are the best sort of beginner tips for Recon? Say just watch your cooldowns, and, you know, whenever you go in, I would say just try to go out, like, pretty quickly. Don't get too greedy going for too many tags with your ult. That's one of the big things. Don't try to stay in there and auto attack too much most of the time. Say, if you can, try to hold on to your W for key situations. So, like, if you could R and then E to get onto an ally to start the play, and that's a good opener, then you don't need to use your W right away. You can R and then E to an ally to start up the fight, and then you can use your W, you know, to do something else. You can R plus E to peel something off of your AD carry, and then you can either knock them up with your W after that, or you can W over and grab their AD carry or something like that. Hey, what's up, Wild Boy? Yeah, good to see you, man. It has been a while. Can we pressure Baron or something? I feel like we're just wasting time. Like, we're so far ahead, and people are just starting to just randomly do stupid things. Like, this is just straight out of bronze macro. Come here. God, why can't I get on him? Holy crap, that wall was like destroying my pathing.
Has been slain.
Yeah, I think, you know, just trying to learn his different combos. I think a big one is just using your E to close the gap first onto someone else if you can, like to reposition, and then using your W after that. My guy's name is Ice Phoenix, so I'm assuming he probably plays Canivia a lot. It's a lot of laughing there, Adam. Oh, there's someone called Stupendous Skill. What is Wings of Death's ELO right now? Wow. That's pretty rough. There are a lot of people that are just, like, pretty low right now. I mean, was he... The fuck? I mean, Diamond 2, Diamond 2, Diamond 3, Gold 1 in Season 8? It's a Diamond 3. I thought he was at least, like, a low Masters player. Oh, what's up, Top Secret Tony? Thanks, buddy. Hey, that was a good game, man. We had some really good, combos in the mid there. The sandwich to shut him down. You had a nice ult that came in there when I was in there too. I feel like that's a hard matchup for Sion top lane against Darius, and you did a really good job with it. So, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not a top lane expert, but it feels like Darius is probably pretty rough into melee tanks. But yeah, we pulled it off, man. That was a good job. All right, let me start up another thing of coffee here real quick, then I'll be right back. Let me. No! Alright. Kench. Yeah, Kench has been benched several times. Kench has been put on the bench and just like, I don't know, just beaten up. They really want people to stop playing Tahm Kench and Pro, but the Koreans will find a way. Still playing him all the time in Kespa. China doesn't really play him that much. Yeah, he got nerfed like real hard multiple times last year. I mean, that's kind of why like Nautilus and Leona are kind of running haywire. I think my win rate's like actually pretty decent against well, it's not that great against Leona. I did get one more win there, so that probably puts us in like 50-50 versus Leona. I don't know how long it's been since this updated. Yeah. So we're 50-50 against Leona. We win against Pike. Win against Morgana. Where's total played? There's Recon. Echo. Okay. I guess I was banned set because we want Echo Jungle.
Hey, never pick a fight you can't win.
I know I've played against Thresh more than 3 times. What? There's no way this is actually 7. Is it 70 games? I thought I looked at something where it was way more Thresh. Like, that's what, 15, 21, 26, 29, 32, 35, 38, plus 3, 41, 44, 46. I mean, I guess maybe it's close to 70. I thought I saw something that I played against Thresh way more, but that might have been from last... I might have been accidentally have clicked season... Was it preseason that I looked at? Okay, yeah, that was what I was looking at. I accidentally looked at preseason, where we just, like, massacred Thresh. We had pretty good win rate against Nautilus. Or, not Nautilus, but Leona. Usually go about 50-50. I should have been paying closer attention.
Let's dance.
Guys. Jesus. So it's... Fiddlesticks support's actually pretty good against Recon and pretty annoying. If I get Mercury Treads, it might be alright. Damn it, I'm not going to be able to get Frozen Heart, probably. Alright, we might have to go Zeke's this game. Fizz into Veigar. Well, I can't dodge. Dodging's not an option because we're in a promo, so. Fiddle rework is a while away. If I had to guess, probably around mid-season. Yeah, Fiddle support was, like, in and out of popularity for a little while. And the silence is annoying. It's really the point-click fear that is more of a problem. No, I don't think there needs to be voice chatting. I mean, I'll say sure. I mean, why not? You know, why not? If people can opt out of it, sure.
Consequences only matter if
Yeah, it's a rare pick. I don't think it's as bad as it might seem all the time, but I don't think it's
Welcome to Summoner's
top secret,
Rift.
Tony.
When I get
Oh, we
sad,
got the silent again.
I stop being sad and be awesome instead. True story.
It looks like his rework's not going to change probably a lot of his core identity. He's still going to have the point-click fear, and he's still going to have, like, his surprise ult. They'll probably change his drain. His drain's kind of uninspiring. We'll see. It's a really bad matchup for Veigar.
Minions have spawned.
I don't know. I feel like it's a very bad matchup for Veigar, but we'll see. I mean, he just I mean, if Veigar's a god and just gets him with, like, the insta-stun, because he can... He can drop, I mean, he can just jump the wall, obviously, so that's, I mean... I don't know. I feel like that's a really bad matchup, but it is what it is. We'll play it. Hey, it's alright, Wild. We're happy to have you back, buddy. Always.
Why Why is it taking so long to get back?
But yeah, I mean, so my thoughts on the voice chat are, honestly, I'm just going to mute everybody anyway, so I don't care. As long as there's a mute feature. But, you know, some people might enjoy the chat. It is 2020. Most games have chat. So, I don't think it's going to matter that much. I used to be much more of an advocate for, like, you know, try to listen to your teammates, you know, be the babysitter and stuff like that. But honestly, it just really doesn't make that much of a difference. Whatever you're going to say is not going to change their mind about anything anyways. Like, you should be able to communicate most stuff with pings. I don't know why we're having like this infestation of Vaynes, but like Vayne can be good. She actually has a higher win rate than a lot of ADCs. It's just not a higher win rate than the good ones, but she's sitting at about 50%. It's good that he aims for me because I have a repeatable shield and I have magic resist rune. I don't know if Vayne does or not, but so we just kind of want him to spam E on me. And just like I walk away from the wave, and that's the only thing that gets hit. Because he's gonna spam his E on somebody, so it might as well be me. You just do not want him getting multiple hits.
I'm getting patient.
If we can help it, it may not always be possible. Vayne also is gonna have some lifesteal. She doesn't have it yet, but. Coming. Oof. It's Kha'Zix. Oh my god, that is so spooky to walk into that bush. Like, Kha'Zix could have been there. I would have walked back out towards golems. They just need to like, one thing they could do to just help Vayne out a decent chunk is just lower the mana cost on her.
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to scout around. Pretty sure.
Okay. Lower the mana cost on her Condemn. Like, it costs 80 mana randomly at level 1. It's like, that would give her, like, a bit more ability to trade if she could just, like, auto attack E.
Humans make more than I can remember.
Alright, so we're probably going Zeke's here, just because they don't have a ton of auto attackers outside of Jinx. I mean, I don't know. They have the Irelia and the Jinx, and Kha'Zix. Fiddle's not going to do that much damage. He'll do some. The Fizz is annoying.
They want us in cages.
I mean, maybe I can just go, like, Mercs, Frozen Heart, and still be okay. If Fizz gets really fed, I can get, I don't know, we can find something to get. Get a Locket or something. Get a, maybe a Mikhail's if Fizz gets really fed. We get a Mikhail's after Frozen Heart if it comes to that. It does give magic resist. It would allow me to cleanse the Fiddle Fear on the Vayne. Maybe, that sounds pretty good. Maybe Frozen Heart into Mikhail's. She's really far behind if she's going double blade.
If Zaya says someone has to die,
I don't know what they're doing. I mean, are they on it? Yeah. I mean, Echo's top side. We can't do anything about that. It doesn't tell you who got assists on dragons anymore, which is pretty annoying. It just tells you, did he go in there and sweep all my wards out? He swept them, yeah, because they didn't get Ghost Poroed. That's really obnoxious. Wow. Okay, that's annoying.
I will walk in. I will dance. They will part.
Dude, something in there is warded. Because, I mean, Echo didn't just Fizz didn't just randomly go down there. Was he really low? Or something? I don't know why he's... Okay. I guess he was really low. I think Jinx is just AFK. I approve of that message. I don't mind getting a free win every now and then. Sometimes we get some free losses. You gotta get a free win to balance it out.
What you call magic, we call life.
Won't be too slow, probably. Oh, they left. Okay. Wow, Fizz didn't chase that? That's some discipline right there. Oh my god, I thought that was gonna kill me. I think Fizz had it. I don't know. That's a little too safe. For my taste. That's something you don't like to see. Yeah. I'm gonna go for the mercs. I've been doing defensive boots a bit more than Mobies, especially mercs to balance out if I have Frozen Heart. And that allows you to go for a more utility, squishier kind of enchanter item. Micah McHale's.
My lady's gonna heal.
I don't know. I mean, I almost died to the Fiddlesticks under tower, but yeah, I guess Fiddle ulted her, probably feared her. She took a tower shot and then he ulted. It's kind of disrespecting it because it is sort of a 2v1, so yeah, that was not the best decision in the world. I'm getting a little too greedy. We just need to push in and go roam, like go push middle or like, oh my god. Yeah, that was bad. It did like literally the exact amount of damage, like to where I couldn't execute it, but it would. What the fuck? Are these executes not working? Like. That was pretty troll. Like that the tower just like barely out executed me there. Yeah, that's a big deal though. That's like 120 gold, you know. Vayne, I don't know, if I used potion and if Vayne committed to that a little faster, I think maybe we could have gotten out of that.
Danger is as fun as you let it be.
I should have potioned up faster though. That's one thing I could have done. Tony coming in hot. No, other way. We need that swept, dude. We know what's going on right there. We have it warded.
Don't take a lot of words to tell me.
Damn. I was trying to give it to Vayne. I should have just kept autoing. I had to waste my flash, so I tried to hand it off. I could have also just W'd. I don't know. I got the movement speed. I was going to say I could have maybe just W'd first. Dude.
Magic is supposed to be
Give
scary.
me your intel.
Love is supposed to hurt. Ecstasy needs a little fear.
Tony's such a chat. Tony's keeping it real, man. I like it.
Turret plating will soon fall.
I can't wait to see what I'm gonna do.
Nice.
Man, have you seen that forest over there?
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Chadding these kids up. How do people pick some of these names, man? Like the Chad and what's the middle-aged lady? That's Karen. Is that it? The sassy one. One that's always writing the Yelp reviews.
Ain't nothing I say should be taken seriously.
But
That's
it
why
does
it's the
fit
truth.
sometimes.
Peekaboo.
Has been slain.
Did he get it or did we get it? I don't know. Oh, well, that was a fail. I'll pretend I didn't see it. Karen. Karen's just like perfect. I don't know, the people who do come up with these names, the Chad and the Karen and stuff like that, is pretty solid.
A summoner victory.
Hey, thanks Dylan, I appreciate it. Thanks everybody for coming out too, even when I got a late start. Sometimes just with school and family and stuff. You know, my daughter being sick. I really hope I don't get sick, man, but I just don't know. My immune system's not that great. We'll see. Because I don't have, I don't know. I just don't get a lot of sleep. My nutrition's terrible. Don't exercise enough, so I'm just going to be vulnerable. Maybe I can take some vitamins or something. Son named Buffington. Huh. Appreciate it, Vayne. That's true. I was like, this is so, so unusual for her to actually be sick. Because last time when I was sick for like 2 months or something like that, back last winter, Yeah, she was sick for like sort of kind of sick for maybe a day. It's like every time she's been the one who's not sick. Might be a family name like Laser or Blazer. Might have to play a Cassiopeia game here in a minute just so we can show off that skin. I want to talk to your manager haircut. I like it. Anytime my wife like wants to complain about something, and I tell her, I was like, you gotta get your hair short in the back and then just like let it grow out in the front a little bit. And she kind of look confused for a second. She'd be like, Chad is the prof's real name. That'd be pretty sweet. Isn't that right, you little beast? What's your real name, Sadie? She had a name at the pound before my wife renamed her. It was something pretty generic. I don't remember what it was. It's like Emily or something. I don't remember what Sadie's original name was. Not that there's anything wrong with Emily, just as far as like pet names go. She came with some name. I don't remember what it was. My wife wanted to call her Sedosa, which was some kind of Spanish for soft, I think. Something like that. And then she just called her Sadie after that. Okay, let me grab that coffee real quick. I'm just gonna run one ad while I grab that coffee and then we'll get back in there. Alright, let's roll. Dude, I totally forgot I had this leftover pizza. And I didn't really eat much dinner. Let's see. Nice, good job, Dylan. Glad you're winning a lot more. Yeah, for real, just like disable the chat, man. Like I said, for a long time, that's my advice for Justin and a lot of people out there. Just disable the chat. It's not worth it. Even if you don't get that tilted off the chat, which I don't really think I did. I've never been like a major tilter. It's just annoying. It just like takes up your mental space, just like trying to read and process a lot of the garbage that people say in chat. And the thing is, like, with the emotes out now and the advanced pings and stuff like that, you can express almost anything that's productive or friendly that you want to express with just pings and emotes. Like, you don't need chat. You know, if you're trying to ping cooldowns on ults, or you're trying to ping like go into side lanes or summoners, or just anything, dragon timers. You know, back in the day in like season 1 or season 2, when there were no smart pings, you know, it was just straight up like, you have a ping, that's it. People didn't really know what it meant. You had to type out dragon timers, you had to type out ult timers, and all that stuff. And now you can just disable allied chat, and they can still ping timers, and it'll show up with the timestamps in the description if you have those enabled. Or in the chat box, rather. So there's just very, very little that you can't express in pings that you could type. And if it's something that is too complicated to express in pings anyways, they're probably not going to understand it. Or they're not, you know. Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, you got to remember, people on the enemy team are also going to be doing that. So, if you're playing well, like, you can get through it. It is annoying when you have people on your team that are like that, but... yeah. If there is someone that's, like, spam pinging question marks, you know, you can disable the pings from that one person if you have to, but that's a lot more rare than people typing in chat, I feel like. The spam question markers. It does happen, but... a lot of times people aren't even really looking to, like, get into a conversation when they're, like, you know, pinging you or flaming or whatever. They're just trying to feel better about their own shortcomings. So, you know, if it helps them feel better about it, if they just say a couple of things and you don't respond because they're muted, a lot of times they'll just carry on with their day. If they just call you an idiot and flame you a little bit and then you don't respond, a lot of times they'll just keep doing their thing. Now, sometimes they'll sit there and keep typing, but they kind of, a lot of people seem to figure it out. Yeah, I mean, I used to be the same way, like typing encouraging words and things like that, but I just don't think that it matters enough. It's not worth even just losing your focus just to process some of the stupid stuff. We might do a normal Cassio game here in a second just to try out that skin to play something other than Recon for a little bit. So we'll see. So if we have enough people that want to step in and do a normals that are duoed, or that are supporting members of the channel, rather, I should say, they can do it. I mean, dude's name is Kami. I'd probably give him the Akali. want, Sadie? She says, you know what I want. Don't ask me, human. A lot of magic damage. We still got to respect the Lucian and get at least one armor rune for the early couple levels, I think. Yeah, just looking like the standard Mercs into Frozen Heart. Mr. Cled's Wild Ride. I don't think that's going to happen, Alistair. Thanks, Dragon.
Review, please.
I don't really care like what my ADC's doing with Recon, honestly. Like most of the time, it's just because he's so flexible.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Sadie. She just does not give a crap in her old age. Stop. Get off my pizza, man. I would share it with her, but she's allergic to cow milk.
But it is less complicated.
So she'll just throw it up. No one was watching it. Literal ace, level 1.
Someone cares you died. Not me, but someone.
Alright.
I
I didn't even get any of those, which is good. Well, they did get the jump on somebody, but they didn't have me accounted for. They didn't know where I was. Turns out, being able to get like a, whatever I got, 3-person knockup's pretty good. I don't know if it's already over. We're in a good spot.
Safe is for nerds. I do danger.
And like 10 XP, yeah, that's the thing, is like kills don't really give a lot of XP, which is probably a good thing. I mean, kills already snowballs so hard, like the gold advantage just becomes, like snowballing's already a really, arguably a little on the strong side, so I don't think the kills should give more experience than they already do. This is still like a favorable matchup for them early, I think. People just love Leona. I don't know. I feel like the matchup with Recon is honestly like not like that bad. Especially if you get Mercs and have tenacity runes.
An enemy has been slain.
I feel like Rakan basically just like good in everything. Someone asked earlier, I don't really like picking, like counter picking lanes and stuff that much. Like I'd rather just play something that's like okay into a lot of lanes, that's like a lot better in the mid to late game, has like good vision control as a support. In solo lanes, I think counterpicking matters a bit more, but...
Do you feel lucky, punk?
I mean, that's like my most successful strategies and champions have usually been like that. I mean, I have been successful with Zyra, who is very lane dominant, but, you know, a lot of my supports for Recon I've been successful on in a lot of different metas.
Place look different when you're in charge, Riku. More dark matter,
Italy, too much, man.
as far as the eye can see.
Shut down.
Really? Okay, I guess she's got like 500 boots. Well, she does have boots, level 1, I guess. Okay, that was just dumb as hell. Well, they're back in the game now. Italy just like, dude, just wait. Just chuck spears at them, be annoying, and let the Leona engage onto you, into us, so that I can E onto you and turn it around. Like, that's what should have happened. But she just overcommitted, chased. Like, you're not going to kill him without us being there. Leona has too much CC. Hey, thanks for the sub, Dinah. Appreciate it. All dudes here. No, there are some women that watch. A lot of times women don't want to identify as women in, like, gaming channels because they'll get harassed.
Riku, I did not rescue you from a cold, dead planet so that you could laugh at me. I rescued you so you could hold my mirror and tell me I look good.
So a lot of times, you know, girls aren't going to come into a chat and be like, hey, I'm a girl, you know. Some might, I guess, if they're trying to, like, get you to go to their channel or something like that, but... Damn it. Leona's got Moby off all that stuff.
I only believe in myself.
Obnoxious.
Enemy killing spree.
I embrace the darkness.
Maybe. Probably dead. Yes. Lev's no longer with us. I know, like, female viewers in here, but I don't want to, like, call them out. Shit. Am I gonna die off of this? I might. Okay, nice. That was a good spear.
Forget my name, just call for the Lord of Darkness. The Emperor.
I'm gonna try to get this going soon.
Killing spree.
No, no.
Stars are just sad, lonely light bulbs floating in space, revolving endlessly in a cycle they can't control. Anyone have chocolate? I'm craving chocolate. Whoa! Danger brings out my bads. Just kidding. All my sides are equally.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Hey, thanks, NPN.
Kill. Shut down. An ally has been slain.
Come on, bro. Just wait, man. At least in skin is weird.
Living the dream. The dream of sometimes we agents of darkness need a break.
Oh, there's a freaking ward right there. I can't protect Dragon, at least topside.
Woo! I am so far past redemption, I am in the fun zone. Population Rakan.
An ally has been slain. Rampage.
Okay, or they're just all hanging out in the bush. Okay, can we get...
An enemy has been slain.
Okay, let me give this Caitlyn a little... throw her a little nugget here. She's got a Storm Razor. It's just... it's a tough matchup if for an all-in. He's scared of Nidalee.
Shut down.
One nice trick with Recon is if they try to go on me,
Doing the right thing was bull.
Ally has been
I'm having
slain.
fun now.
if they try to, if Lee Sin tries to follow up on that Q, I can W under tower, and if I time it right, it'll not only pull him under tower, but it'll knock him up. I've done that a few different times. Hey, thanks, King Williams. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm gonna try not to talk too much with my mouth full, but I'm really hungry, and I forgot I had food.
Ally has been slain.
Safety is boring.
Dominating. Turret plating will
She missed it. She's gonna get him anyways? Wow. Oh, she did get him. Damn. She's lighting it up. I mean, she does have 9 kills, so I guess that's a thing. Caitlyn's just going middle at this point, I think. I kind of don't blame her. I mean, but I think it's been a good decision for me to roam around. I mean, we've made a lot of stuff happen. It just sucks. Caitlyn's kind of getting shanked. But I have turned that fight middle several times. Can Caitlyn ult that? Yeah, she's pretty far back.
Destroyed a turret.
Dude, please just get out of there, Caitlyn. Just stop, man. Just wait. I'll come down there eventually, but like,
Ally has been
she might just
slain.
AFK at this point. I don't know. She just doesn't get it. It's like, dude, everyone else is winning. Just stop. Oh, shit. Yeah. Like, they have a Leona on their team. If you can't properly net out of a Leona ult, just don't. Like, go up in the lane. I'll come back eventually. Just chill at the tower. Or just roam with me. I mean, I think it's just a lot more important that we contain the Diana. And I'm getting, like, a lot of deep wards. I mean, we're making good plays. It's just, she needs to just not die. It's like, literally just sit at the tower surrounded by traps and just wait on me and I'll come back. Like, as soon as we get a kill middle, like, Nidalee and I can rotate down bottom and kill them. Or, like, Cassiopeia was trying to come down, but she just dies, like, instantly. We can't do a lot.
An enemy has been slain. Shut down. Enemy rampage. Shut down. Double kill.
This Caitlyn seems to be taking it in stride. I mean, I do have chat disabled, but she hasn't, like, question mark pinged me or gone AFK or anything. This is why I say a lot of times, like, the ADC, like, in this meta right now, doesn't matter, like, a ton. Give me mana. Okay.
I don't apologize for doing my thing.
I don't have a lot of mana. I need to buy.
Forget my name just falls into darkness.
I would have liked to have stayed for that, but I really don't have anything. Who DC'd? Cassio? Hopefully Cassio comes back. I mean, a lot of people think he's hard countered by Nautilus and Leona. He's reasonably popular. He's not like the least popular champion. He's probably more popular than like Janna.
Leaving a dark, very good
It's just a lot of people play Thresh, Nautilus, and Leona because that's what all the videos tell them they need to be playing. I guess when I saw the Singe, I should just run. I mean, they're literally just like desperate grouping as 5 at this point. I mean, it was a good charm. We just didn't have any people. Like, it was 2v5.
Thanks, Riku. Real cold here.
Yeah, let's not use the word gay unless we're talking about something that is actually, like, homosexual or whatever. You would say, like, unless it's an actual person that's gay, like, in a non-derogatory term. But in general, let's just avoid that. This is kind of greedy. No, it's a weird item. Like, a lot of people don't build it. I've been building it more and more. I think the maths on it is pretty good. It's getting buffed tomorrow. Check out my patch notes video. I run through a lot of explanation with it, but it's just a lot more consistent that you get a lot of value out of it. Also, the ADC's like not doing that well, like, and that happens in a lot of my games. Now, part of that is because I heavily favor like helping out middle, so I spend a lot more time in mid lane in a lot of games than I do like in my actual lane. But I mean, they see this, right? Lee Sin's alive. I mean, I guess with Cassio, we do it pretty quickly. I get so confused by that Lee skin. Akali is a cool champion, man. I really hope they don't gut her too much. I mean, she is too strong in pro, but I think she's really fun to watch. The word we are looking for is even that now has kind of become like, I don't think that's as offensive as gay, but just say whatever the champion is. Like, just don't even assign a gender to it or a sexuality. Just say, hey, that champion looks weak. That champion looks really passive, you know? Oh god, that's gonna be bad. Cassio doesn't have her ult. Let's just get out.
An enemy has been slain. I was trying to E onto the Caitlyn and I just got tunnel vision. I could have E back over to Cassio and probably would though. Ironic usage of the word gay. I don't know what that means, ironic and... Yeah, according to League of Graphs, I am. They have a really complicated formula for doing it, but yeah.
Can't kill evil, but you can wear it like a sweet cloak.
Do I want redemption, or I think I just want this cleanse. I don't know. Let's just be clear about just what we're saying. That's just a good general rule of thumb in general. You just say exactly what you mean. Just be clear about it. Use some vocabulary. Just say something is weak. You know, something is passive. Whatever. I think that's just a good rule of thumb in general. don't know, man. I mean, I don't want to get into the politics. That's the whole thing, is I just want to try to just say stuff that's not going to, like, start up, you know, a war in the chat. Also, remember, I am a professor at a large public university, and although I try my best not to affiliate with that university, you know, whatever is said and done on this channel, ultimately, you know, under the right circumstances, could be affiliated with, you know, my professional ethics in that capacity. Even though, like I said, I try my best not to. It's 2019, and anything that is said or done in anything in your personal life or other jobs or whatever can ultimately reflect back on your, Why would you hourglass?
An ally has been slain.
We weren't making jokes about World War III. I literally shut that down almost immediately every time anyone asked me about World War III. I said, I'm not talking about it. Don't talk about it. Dude, I don't want to get into it too much, but, like, saying someone's too sensitive to a group of people who historically for thousands of years have been systematically murdered and had to, like, deny their identity. I mean, I could see why, you know, they might be a little sensitive about that. But anyways, I don't want to, you know, like I said, I don't want to start up a war in the chat. That's the main thing, is I don't want to get political, don't want to start it up. Keep it focused on League or old man stories or whatever.
My cloak is woven from the whispers of star fields.
I mean, I understand it, you know, if people don't agree with the lifestyle or if they have some kind of political or philosophical reservations about it, that's, you know, that's fine to an extent, but just there's just no reason to dredge it up in chat and turn it into something that's, like, divisive. And just try to be civil and cordial about it. So that's all. And I mean, just stuff like that, the reason we don't talk about it is very difficult for a lot of people to be cordial about it or whatever. L7 squares. Called a student today at 3-head in class. You got no idea. Yeah, I mean, the main reason, even if you don't understand it, like, while I would want to, you know, use certain terms or words the way that I view them, just think about it from a professional position. Where I just can't allow, like, that type of stuff, or I could, I mean, it's unlikely that I could, you know, lose my job over something like that, but there's just no reason to even risk it, you know? Okay, I think let's do a Cassiopeia game just for fun. So if anyone is like a supporting member of the channel or wants to become a supporting member of the channel, let's do one Cassio game. I'll do either Cassiopeia mid or bot lane. Just be part of it's because we got a cool new skin. Thanks, Wings of Shu, for the donation, but also because just put in something else. Yeah, the op.gg review. We'll do that too, real quick. So if you're interested, just let me know and we can set that up. And I mean, you know, just for the record, I try to be apolitical about that too. If someone comes in here, so I'm not trying to be like super leftist or whatever, right? If someone comes in here like trash talking Trump or something like that, I shut that down too. So I try to be as politically neutral as possible. I just try to avoid any sort of political or just divisive things in the chat, because we do have people that are conservative, we do have people that are liberal, and we have thousands and thousands of people that watch. So, you know, there's just no reason to get people bent up. So that's, you know, I try to be fair to everybody as much as I can, politically speaking, and just try to keep it on League or old man stories or just things that aren't going to be as controversial. And once again, it's not that controversial stuff is not important. It's important to have conversations about a lot of stuff that I try to shut down on the channel. I just don't think this is the venue for it, right? There's lots and lots of other channels out there, news stations, articles you can read, all kinds of stuff. So I think it is important to be politically engaged, you know, to figure out what's going on, what you think is important, what you believe in, all of that. It is very important. I just don't think this is the place for it. That's it. I'm just explaining it. I know, Carlos, I know a lot of regulars here, but for other people that might be newer or whatever. I mean, I basically do YouTube full time, but I am a professor, so, you know, I probably put in, well, it depends on what you mean by full time. I'd say I spend probably somewhere between around 30 hours a week streaming, and then I do probably another at least 10 to 20 hours of other content like guides, Total War stuff, researching for different League-related things. So, I mean, yeah, it's probably like 40 or 50 hours a week, but I also am an English professor, and I take care of my daughter 2 days a week to save on daycare costs. So I spend pretty much all day Friday and Monday with my daughter. Okay, so let's do the op.gg, and anyone that's interested, if someone wants to set up a lobby, I mean, I can do it, but while I'm doing this op.gg, if anyone that like wants to play can set up a lobby, and then just invite me, that would be cool. But I can do it afterwards if no one wants to do it. That's fine too. Eat off that pizza, man. It's gonna make you sick. She's like, I don't care. I'm old. Damn it, I just want a little joy in my life, and this cheese is going to make me happy for about 10 minutes until I throw it up. Mecha Kingdom's Orb. Okay, I guess we just open it and see what we get. Vandal Brand. Okay, what's a lucky roll? Is that something good? I think it's cool that Riot does give you free stuff with these events too. Like some decent stuff too, you know? But then you can pay to get the extra premium stuff. So it's not like they're money walling everything. They give you pretty good amount of free things. I remember I used to get like no skins, no nothing. You had to buy every rune page, every rune you had to buy. I probably spent, I mean, what is 20 rune page? That was 130 or 140,000 blue essence just for the rune pages. And then for all of the runes, is probably another 100,000. So, you know, it took me like 5 years to accumulate all of the rune pages and all of the relevant runes of like pretty steady playing. And they just started giving all that out for free to everybody, giving these boxes with all this free stuff. So I think Riot's really doing it right. I've gotten some skins for champions that I use, but the thing is, you can turn it over into orange essence, and then, I don't know. Free is free. I'd still play the game if they gave you nothing for free. I think it's just a great game, but I think that it's cool that they do that. Okay, let's look at this op.gg real quick. And it's Dagon. And then we'll play that Cassiopeia game, and then we'll play a couple more Recon, or support games that are likely to be Recon after that. Okay. Nice, 54%, it's good. 80% win rate. The Soraka build, I like that. Double MVP. Mikhail's Redemption. You did have a Scion, so you had a thick tank to help you out. pretty good counter to Sona. Yeah, they didn't have that many assassins. Yeah, good pick there. I like the items. I still think I would like Bulwark on her. You know, there'll be some people that argue you should be going Frostfang with the mana regen and stuff, but I still like the survivability of Bulwark, even though they did take 15 AP off of it later on. The health regen's pretty relevant, too, in the laning phase. Lots and lots of control wards. That's good. Morgana. Why the Morgana? You just felt like Morgana here? I would probably only recommend... You did have a great game on her. I would probably only recommend her against like Nautilus or Leona or Thresh. I mean, there's a lot of stuff she's good against. I don't know about Brand, though. I feel like he can break your shield pretty easily. But if you're landing a lot of Qs... Hey, thanks, Adrian. I appreciate it. If you're landing a lot of Qs, I mean, you can definitely one-shot people with that. So, yeah, that was good. I mean... Now, I will say Morg is very good with Katarina, though, because Kat doesn't need very long to murder everybody. So when you put that black shield on the Kat and she goes in, if that's like a good Kat player, that might be enough to win the game right there. Because Kat's not going to want to take Cleanse or Quicksilver Sash or anything, and she's obviously very vulnerable to CC. So there is that side of it, where if Kat starts going off and you can black shield the Kat, that could be enough for lights out. And she can 1v9 if people don't CC her. So, there is that. So maybe that's a pretty good reason. A bunch of Earths and Normals. Okay. I don't know about Zanya's. They didn't really have an assassin. I don't like this item unless they have something where it's like Zed or just, you know, some unavoidable, like there's no way you're not going to die. I'd rather get... Oblivion Orb first, and then you can kind of feel it out from there if you want to complete Morellonomicon, because Oblivion Orb plus Sork Boots just gives you a huge amount of damage in the early mid game, and then you can decide if you want to complete Morello's or if you just go into Leandry's right off of that. And some of that's going to depend on like if they have a lot of tanks or not, if you need the healing reduction, but overall it's pretty solid. I do like the runes. Janna with the Guardian. Okay, I like Guardian against Zed. What were we maxing? Shield max. Yeah, that's fine. Especially if you're losing lane or you're in a losing lane, which you are. Probably here. Then I think the shield max is pretty good. Yeah, Mikhail's into Redemption. You might think about Athene's here because they don't have that much magic damage on their team, and by that much I mean only Xerath. So you don't... I mean, Athene's does have magic resist on it as well. They don't have that much CC either. They have some, I guess, with the Xerath and the Jhin. There's some, but with Janna, I might go Athene's. Especially... Well, you're going for Bulwark... I don't know. I think with Janna, maybe you want to go for Airy, 3 points of W, Scorch, Bulwark, or Frostfang rather, and Athene's. But I don't know. Some of that depends on the matchup. You're going to lose this lane anyway, so maybe just going for better scaling. I don't know. But both, it's good. I could see it. Either way is fine. I do think that like the best, highest win rate builds on Janna are like the 3 points in W and then aggressive runes. With like an early amp tome to build into an Athene's, but at the same time, you're probably going to lose this lane so hard versus Xerath Jhin unless you get hard camped by the Rammus that it's just not going to matter. Anyways, okay, that's probably sufficient. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of good stuff. Tons and tons of wards. That's always great to see. Lots of MVPs. Keeping those deaths low. It's great on most of your played champs. You know, if you can keep it around, if you can keep it under 5, you're doing really well. I think you can get it around like 4. Yeah, Ninja Tabby Janna's fine. Especially if they have like an AD assassin. I think Tabbies are really undervalued on a lot of supports. I get it on Recon, like Tabbies or Mercs a lot of times. Okay. So hopefully that's sufficient. Let me know if you have any more questions. TIMP Tempe asked, greatest bot lane synergy. I would say a better way to think about it. I don't know. I don't care that much about the synergy. I'd say Recon Xayah probably, but did we figure out who wants to play? Did anyone want to play? Let me know in chat if you're a supporting member, if you have the green text, or you're through PayPal, and we'll get a game in here. Okay. Remind me your in-game wings. I always ask every time. It's House Lao, right? I think Xayah Recon, if you're looking for synergy. Like, my theory right now is that... my theory right now is that, like, ADCs just don't matter as much as, like, mid or jungle. So I'm much more interested in things that roam really well or things that are, like, scale really well into the mid game. But... I mean, like, Nautilus, Kai'Sa is kind of a popular one. Kai'Sa's not that great right now, but he applies a lot of CC. So does Leona to stack up Nautilus's passive. Like, Kog'Maw, Lulu's really notorious. But Kog'Maw is kind of out of the meta. So it's like a lot of the stuff, and Xayah's not really that great right now. So, like, Xayah Recon's good, but, like, a lot of the hard synergy stuff, like, of the past, I just don't think the synergy matters that much. Most people are just picking Nautilus and Leona into whatever. Yeah. I probably agree with that. I did think that Soraka and Janna were pretty good, but they've fallen off a little bit in the early game. Yeah, just message me on here or let me know in chat. Okay, who else? Was anyone else? Like Misfortune plus Sona's pretty good. Sona is getting a buff tomorrow. Anyone else? Dagon was... Okay, we'll go ahead and go. I don't want to wait too long. Oops, where did I go? Clicked on the wrong button. Oh, it's all good, Dylan. I just want to make sure. I'm doing Cassiopeia ADC. More people to kill in the bot lane. If we're going to smurf for a game here. Cast support doesn't really work that great because she needs a lot of money. No changes for Veigar or Mal. No direct changes, and I don't think there's going to be a lot of meta changes for him either. As far as I can tell. Yeah, Lucian Braum is a popular one too. Syndicate's pretty good. I mean, I kind of agree with that. I just don't... I think that if you're going to play an AD carry where you're going to have a massive impact on the game and you're going to hard carry right now, the ones that I see do that a lot are Misfortune, where it's like, okay, Misfortune can kind of take over. Who else? I mean, Kai'Sa can, but you just don't see it as much as you used to.
I must not fall.
Draven, he can early on. I mean, I feel like Jen can, but they are nerfing the crit cloak build. Oh, Aphelios. Callista's terrible right now. Vayne's like alright, but I don't think Vayne's that great either. The Blather and King users aren't that great outside of like Varus maybe. Xayah can be really good. She's not as strong as she was, but I think she's still legit, especially if you have a Recon with you. Senna, I think, is really strong. She doesn't get like a ton of kills a lot of times, I feel like, but I mean, maybe she does. Huh. Well, the thing is, you never really nerf Kai'Sa out of the meta. I think Riot actually loves Kai'Sa. I mean, she was really OP for like a very long time. She has a lot of skins, and she's just really, really popular. She's like Ezreal 2.0, but like better. Or like Vayne 2.0, but better. She just does a lot. I mean, she has a lot of different like build paths for her. They've nerfed out her AP build path a lot, but she can still get like some unusual items. Like she can get an Hourglass or a Nashor's Tooth sometimes. And then, you know, she just scales pretty well, has good on-hit damage, has pretty good single target, like, dueling damage, so she's just been really relevant for a long time. I remember LS, back when I was, like, teaching at Miami University, which is when she came out. When was that, like, 2018? Probably spring of 2018. I guess it was Van Leona. Spring of 2018 or whatever. You know, LS is like, she's not really that good. She's just a stat stick. Her stats are just too good. It's like, dude, she's got a lot of like good stuff going on.
There is no antidote for me.
Yeah, Jinx is alright. Yeah, but she's not in a great place. But she is one of those champions where it's like she's almost always under 50%, but she can be very scary. When she played it all in pro, really, I think she's fallen off a little bit. Nah, not really. And she's just like really low range, kind of weak early on. I think it's really misfortune of Aphelios. Lucian can be very strong if he gets ahead early. Senna's like good. She's got a lot of utility, which is nice. The top lane Tristana, huh? Yeah, Draven's not really getting that buff though. Sort of. But yeah, I think him taking heal's fine. And then I'll take TP. That's going to allow me to get a tier and still have a preferable back timing. To go armor here, probably. Hey, Black. I'm not ignoring you. What'd you say? I feel like when we're talking on stream, Black, that you're always, like, really far behind. I don't see anything that you said earlier. Were you wanting into the game? Because you were talking last night on Viewers Night that you wanted into a game, but you were, like, asking to get into the game when we were already, like, 5 minutes in or something. Didn't I type a response to that? Did it not go through? Yeah, I remember that. No, I remember that. Didn't I type a response? Are you Phantom Bandit? I responded literally the same minute if you're Phantom Bandit. It says you sent it at 12:51, and I responded at 12:51. I don't know. Maybe the chat's messed up or something. It didn't go through. But yes, I can do that tomorrow for you. Depending on what you want me to do. Yeah, just email it to me. Or whatever. Email me that and email me your assignment sheet. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Email me that. Email me your assignment sheet. And yeah, it's like 2.5 pages or whatever, depending on what I have to do with it. Like $10 or something. Yeah, just like $10. I can give you a lot of feedback on it. Make sure you send me the assignment sheet too, though, if possible. If it's like digitized. Or if it's not digitized, if your paper, or if your professor just sends you like paper, hard paper stuff, then just tell me the gist. But it's important that I understand what the assignment is. Ideally, I mean, if we were going really hard in the paint on this, you know, I would see like what the syllabus is, what you're reading, and things like that. But in general, just seeing the assignment sheet helps out a lot, because different professors are going to be looking for different things. Even if it's just like it's a research essay, you know, some professors are going to ask for different things. Okay, this looks like it's kind of screwed up. Let me I don't think Cassiopeia support's that good. I mean, you could try it. It probably, like, maybe could work. But, I just don't think you're going to have the money for it. Like, so Cassiopeia's biggest thing is that she has that 6th item slot a lot of times. So she's really good if you get, like, super rich on her. Hopefully I'm not, like, going to get kicked out of the game. If it's 100%. Hopefully we're not like 2 minutes in. Okay, someone is just running on Windows 95. Yeah, I think I want Doran's Ring for bottom against like Blitzcrank, who might be banging early. I think if you're mid lane going for the corrupting potion, I actually like that quite a bit. But bot lane against Blitz, we probably need the HP, the survivability off of that.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yeah, Cassio, I think, is potentially pretty good bottom. Now, one knock against Cassiopeia bottom is that you really want levels for your movement speed with her. And her Q and her E scale extremely well with levels. So you're not getting, like, solo lane experience with her. But you get better protection also, which does help out. It allows you to play a lot more aggressively. And she does combo together pretty well with a lot of the engaged supports, because whenever they engage, you just throw down your W and they can't escape. Yeah, so you do have help. So you can't get camped as hard in the mid lane, but you're going to level up slower. That's why a lot of times you don't see mages in the bot lane, because they scale a lot better with levels than they do gold. Like, gold is good, but, like, their abilities do a lot of damage, so you want levels with them a lot of the time. That's why, historically, you have ADCs bottom, who their abilities typically don't do that much. But they scale really well with items. And we might be late here. This is a normal game. We're just... Yeah, we lost one experience. The way they split was pretty obnoxious. I should have actually started with the Fangs. I was thinking just in case I had to run from Blitz, the Q would help, but I should have either not leveled something up, or I should have started with Fangs. So it helps out a lot with the last hitting early on. We lost a melee, so... Yeah, she is one of the better ones to go bottom because you do get the extra protection and she does really heavy sustained damage. She's also extremely good at taking dragons. You don't have access to blue, but let's be real, most junglers these days are not going to give you blue anyways. You just got to get kills and go take the enemy blue. Your first level before you get tier, it's really hard to like all-in pressure, especially if you don't have corrupting. No! Wrong. Misclick. Oof. That was close. We get tier. He should hopefully be okay. Maybe we could have waited for one more ruby crystal, but yeah, I'm sneaking in a cast game here. What's up, Omar? It is about 2 a.m. here. I usually go until like 2 a.m., but I'll play a little bit later. I don't have anything in particular to do in the morning, most likely. In a zoner for a little bit here. Now we got her heal off. Doesn't have any mana. highly doubting this Blitz is a smurf. I mean, it's a good matchup in the laning phase for the Blitz, and we've been ganked like twice. Cassio's not like insanely strong early game. She's okay actually. She's not like that bad, but she can definitely, if you get camped and if they have like a hard engage like a Blitz, you can definitely like, you know, die. Isn't that what I said the Kate was doing last match? What? I don't remember. Did we have a Kate in the last match? I can't even remember what happened in the last match. Got her flash. Oh, is she staying? She's gonna back probably after this. I'm gonna just get some deeper wards in here. Wait, warded. Yeah, come on, go. So that's a yes. Probably need to go high, but might be able to rotate and stay overextend for this. Oh, never mind, I have vision of it. TP in 5 seconds. Can't TP into any of that. This is a normal, yeah, for now. Yeah, we're just playing a non-Recon champion, just kind of having some fun. We got a nice donation of this skin, so I just wanted to play a game with it. We might have gotten the donation last night. I don't remember. Sometimes the donations have a delay on them, so sorry if we got it last night and didn't play it. It's like about 15 seconds on the scuttle timer. It's not 10.2 in NA yet. I think it is in Europe. Probably, but... Alright, what do we... I think we'll probably just go for a little more survivability here. We're already doing a lot of damage, but just so we don't get one shot by Rengar. Would be handy. Oh my lord. Cass's heal is an ES, and then Conquer also heals you.
An enemy has been slain.
And I have Ravenous Hunter, which also heals you.
Everything is limitless.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, the E right now heals me for 33 per hit. It's based on how much AP you have. If it's an empowered E, you have to hit your Q for it to be empowered. Okay. Oh, I'm not going Abyssal Mask. No, Abyssal Mask is... You never want to do that on Cassiopeia. She's got too much range for that.
An ally has been slain.
Like, the Abyssal Mask range is like 300. It's basically melee. So you only want to do Abyssal Mask if you're like Malachi or something. Like something that's melee range that does a decent amount of magic damage. I can probably just kill this more. I mean, I have 5 kills too, and I have more. So yeah.
Shut down.
Okay, Bliss is metal. She might be able to outplay me one-on-one. I don't know. I think I'd probably just kill him if he comes at me. If I hit a Q, I can go hard on her. Get a slow push going here, so dragon.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Lost vision. Why does she always have that freaking ult? Why is Blitz? Oh, Blitz just rushed like maximum magic resist. Oh, that's annoying. I mean, maybe Banshee's Veil against Annie or Blitz. I mean, maybe Banshee's not bad here. It's a little unusual, but...
Killing spree. An enemy has been slain.
I'll think about it. Maybe I would just have enough survivability with just...
Has been slain.
I lost vision there. That was my bad. I should have had... Didn't we have a ward in that bush? Or maybe I didn't. I think Recon just put it in there. If I had a ward in that bush, I think I could have killed the Blitz early. Yeah, it actually is kind of hard to kill the Blitz. He gets the Conqueror. I think that's still my control word there. I gotta wait on Recon for I can step up against the Blitz, so we'll just go ahead and farm this. This is what a lot of ADCs don't do, is like, if your support's roaming or they're on a different back schedule than you or something, just like go get some jungle camps or rotate or like just find something else to do other than stepping up into like an impossible lane. Just chill. Like, they're pushing towards us, I'm not losing that much. And it's just like, you can't step up against Blitzcrank like that without like support. I don't think Zhonya's what I want. If I get stunned off of her, I'm gonna die anyways. Like, Zhonya's not really gonna save me. I mean, it might be alright against Rengar, but...
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
Got the knock up. Now he's scared to go in. Almost. I think I was pretty close to being able to turn that around. It's just like literally everybody was there. Let me go ahead and get that. I think, how much does this sell for? 160. I don't quite have enough to get Mask. I'll just have to wait. Got him!
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Rengar is going after like the LeBlanc or something. It's like, dude, you not see like the Cassiopeia going haywire? Like, he probably would not have killed me either, to be fair. God, that champion's strong. Dude. Okay, well, I guess I had not spent my gold. But, like, Jesus. He didn't even have that much magic resist. He's got, like, all armor. Yeah, I should have used the Seraphs. Y'all are right. I totally forgot that that was going to be back up. I mean, the Thornmail doesn't reflect magic damage. I don't know. But yeah, I should have used Seraphs, and I probably could have gotten out. Alright, change plans. Since we got, like, super rich off that last fight, we're just going to get a death cap. You can't get boots Icelandic. I don't know if you're joking or what. You can't get boots on Cassiopeia. That's her thing. She gets movement speed per level, but you can't get any boots ever.
Enemy has been slain.
Do this. Main stop. Get away from where all the action's gonna come in. Okay, now you're not surviving through this, bud.
You have slain an enemy.
Not after I spent that 4,000 gold. Push one more wave, and then we should be able to sneak it in, I think. Rengar's up here, but let's see, Recon can just watch out for it. Damn, that was a lot of extra mana there. Off of the presence of mind. Void Staff is pretty good, but the extra survivability off of Leandri's, extra HP is kind of want to make sure like Rengar doesn't one shot him, even though he only has one item. Actual boots are better, but you get this for free, and it does open up a slot too. So that's why she's one of the highest scaling champs in the game. It's because she has a 6th item slot. also, we do get a little bit of extra value, too, off of the, You do get extra value off of the health as well when you have Mountain, because it's a certain percentage of your health that you get as like a shield. Rengar's HP. Yeah. Not bad for an ability. It's like on a half-second cooldown. Not bad. I don't know. I think Cassio cranks out more damage. I mean, Draven, like, yeah, but his autos, like, her fangs are just as fast or even faster than a lot of autos. Oh, no, not... We'll do another ranked game with Recon. And I might try to squeeze in every now and then, like a normal game. Or I can play Cassiopeia or something else, just to give you some variety so I can practice some stuff. I need to level up my Smurf, too, but I've got a lot of, like... I'm just really busy a lot of times, but even if I just do, like, get my first win of the day or whatever, I could probably have a Smurf leveled up in, like, a month. $15 Magic Pin versus the 6th open slot on Cass. I mean, the 6th... First of all, the Magic Pin's 1,100 gold also. To get the Sork boots. So she can get to her items a lot faster because she doesn't have to spend money on boots. Which is, you know, good. Like, she can't roam. I mean, that's her biggest thing, is that, like, her roaming's pretty terrible. But she does have a lot of stuff in combat to help you reposition and move, right? Like, so her Q gives you a lot of bonus movement speed. Her W slows them down. You have your ult to help, like, peel. So she actually has, like, a decent amount of, like, defense when people are coming at you really quickly. But she can't, like, rotate to other lanes very fast without teleport, so... I thought Pin was worth more than 31 gold. I thought it was, like, 40 or something. But maybe not. I don't know. It's a very undervalued... I remember looking up the stat one time. It's a very undervalued stat in general. Like, flat penetration's really good. That's why they took it away from armor pin and turned it into lethality, which is far worse than what flat armor pin used to be. I mean, it's good. She's scaling. I mean, she has a lot of sustained damage. It's really easy to last hit with her with your E. You know, she takes dragons and barons faster than almost anybody in the game, other than, like, maybe a super fed Master Yi. Like, she's up there with, like, really fast baron takes, dragon takes, really good, like, single target. I mean, she does high sustained damage, but as you saw, like, even her, like, burst damage is not bad. I mean, it's not like you're gonna get one shot in, like, a quarter of a second, but for how, like, it's still pretty fast that you're gonna die. And she has, like, almost no cooldowns. Like, her E is, like, a half a second cooldown. Her Q ends up being like a 2-second cooldown. Her W has a cooldown. Like, her defensive stuff has a cooldown. But for her offense, she just keeps cranking. Like, just murder one person and then just move right on to the next and keep going. Like, versus a lot of mages have some sort of, like, you know, windows of vulnerability. Her windows of vulnerability are, like, really small. Well, yeah, I mean, like, with infinite money, the 6th item slot is really good. Now, the meta is pretty fast right now. I think, I don't know average game time. It feels like it's, like, 27 minutes or something. 25 to 27 minutes. So you're not going to get to that 6th item. I mean, how many kills did I have that game? Like, 15 or something. And I still wasn't anywhere close to my 6th item by whatever time that was when the game ended. Like, 23 minutes. I had, what I had? Rylai's, Leandre's, Death Cap, and I was probably getting pretty close to getting a 4th item, like maybe a Void Staff or something online. Oh, he's banned. Okay, I guess it's banned TF.
I reckon.
Sadie, stop. I mean, we're talking like mega rich. We're talking like Jeff Bezos rich to get that 6th item. I mean, you have no boots. So all of your main items are close to 3,000 gold. So for 6 items, you need 18,000 gold. I think the average gold most people get in a game is close to 9,000. 8 or 9,000. It depends. I don't think Cassiopeia has a lot of weaknesses, honestly. I think she's supposed to be weak against Orianna in professional play, but...
Let's dance.
I mean, it's so easy to farm with Cassiopeia. Like, she's one of the easiest champions in the game to farm. Because your E, you get a full mana refund if you kill a minion with it. Or even if the minion dies while it's on its way. It's almost impossible to, like, not have good CS with Cassiopeia. You have to be trolling, pretty much. She's kind of weak to assassins. A lot of it is, like, it depends on if they outplay your ult or not. If you get the stone on them, they're dead. Basically. So, yeah, people can run at them, but you got to play this little cat and mouse game with her. Okay, I got it. Thanks, guys. Hopefully this dude's good on Ezreal. I didn't really do my research on him. Did we just win the series, or... I think we're 3-0, aren't we? I can't remember how many we've won. No, they changed it. Percentage magic pen is applied first and then flat. Yeah, so that made percentage magic pen a lot better. It was like 2 seasons ago. Yeah, I mean, that's part of why a lot of the champions that get, like, pen... Although a lot of people really aren't getting Void Staff these days. Which I think is a mistake. I think that item is really, really good. They did nerf how much it shredded, but... Okay, he plays Ezreal a lot, and he's pretty good on him, so... Says Recon Lover. Depends on the situation. Void Staff's obviously cheaper. And depends on the champion. Some champions, if you have other aspects of your kit, like other kinds of utility that scale with AP other than just flat damage, then the AP can be even better off of something like Death Cap. So if you're like Karma or something like that, you've got a bunch of shields or something, Karma mid, or even like Diana, just things that have like defensive shields. But then also with like Cassiopeia, for example, the flat AP influences how much she heals off of her E. So the pen doesn't affect that, but the flat AP does. So you heal a lot more whenever you get that. And then there's certain like ratios. Some champions just have extremely high ratios on their abilities, but kind of like low base damage.
You're only given a little spark of madness. You mustn't lose it.
So it kind of depends on the champion, but I do agree that like Void Staff is usually easier to build because it's like 1,000 less gold. So Void Staff also gains a lot more value if you're going for like Leandries or if you have percent damage in your kit, because it affects the like Brand or something. AP's not that great on Brand, it's okay, but like a lot of his damage comes from his passive, and that is just percentage health damage. So, and Leandries, Void Staff does affect how much damage Leandries does, versus Death Cap doesn't do anything to impact Leandries' damage. Oh yeah, they removed Abyssal Scepter, man. That was like season 5 or 4.
Probably be running.
They replaced it with Abyssal Mask, like a defensive version of it. Abyssal Mask is magic resist. It's basically Spirit Visage, but instead of giving extra healing, it increases the amount of damage that a champion takes when you're really close to them. No, Banshee's Veil's always been in the game. They changed how Banshee's Veil worked, but they replaced it with Abyssal Mask. They just thought it was too oppressive that everyone was rushing Abyssal Scepter every game middle. I don't know why that's like, you know, that's bad, but everyone rushing something like Ludens is okay. I don't know.
Magic.
I could not W across that trap. Caitlin's actually leveling up traps. Blasphemy. Need to save this charge.
I'm gonna live forever.
We saw Lee somewhere. Okay, he's right there. I was talking too much at the beginning. I should have put out a better ward on like Raptors or something. No way. Wait, she didn't die from that auto?
Long ago, our family danced upon the ground.
Really? He couldn't auto anymore off of that? I feel like something weird's going on there. Damn it. Seriously? I feel like, I guess they healed or something. I don't know how that auto did not kill the Kate in that bush.
They ain't ready for what I'm bringing.
That's unfortunate. Damn, I used all my sums too. I thought if I just juked that Lee's Q, but he warded over the wall. I don't think you can defensively ban stuff. Most of the time, it's stuff you don't want on your team. Maybe like a new champion, but there's so many bad things people could play. Ezreal's not even that popular right now. I mean, this dude has a high win rate on Ezreal. Like, I think Ezreal can be all right later on in the game, but obviously early on, it's not so much. And I still feel like we should have been able to win that. I guess the Jarvan sort of gave up on the play really early. And so I'll have to watch the replay. I don't understand how that last auto attack from Ezreal didn't kill the Caitlyn, unless there was like a Nami wave that was like mid-flight or something that I just didn't see. Because they still had their heal. When I went over with that W, I thought for sure I was going to be a double kill, but then they healed. I think they healed. Yeah, also if you ban out someone who's hovering, they're probably going to end your game. You should just dodge if you don't like the comp, I think, in general.
Look right, moves right. Time to show it.
Yeah, double Dorans on Ezreal feels pretty terrible, but I guess there's nothing else he could buy. Might get zoned here. Really. He's got a Tiamat. Is that... I guess that's becoming more and more common on Lee. Instead of finishing your skirmisher saber, to just go Tiamat. But Tiamat's trash, but I don't know. I've seen more and more Lees doing it. And it does help you clear a lot. I guess. Yeah, I mean, they're probably on Dragon. Can't do a lot about it. Once he gets Sheen, Manamune, you can kind of start, like, doing something aggressive, but...
Ally has been slain.
I don't know. I feel like just getting Warrior going. Like Warrior Cleaver or something. I don't know. Maybe it just depends what's going on in the game. We're not that far behind on CS though, honestly.
They want
Okay, nice.
humans call it battle. Just a dance.
An enemy has been slain.
Ooh. Damn. Oh my god. Yeah, he should have just left after that. I mean, that was a good start, but got a little too confident there, I think.
An ally has been
I
slain.
dance so fine I kill. It don't take a lot of words.
I mean, overall, it was still worth, but he could have just walked out and not given them a kill. Like, I don't really think there was a lot to be gained by standing around, especially if you still know that Nami has Flash. Let's get slammed metal.
An ally has been slain.
Out. I didn't see their health. I'm halfway tempted to change my name to like Birdman or something. TSP Bird. Whatever happened to the Birdman? Rap aficionados out there. I can't go too deep with these wards. Damn it, for real? Gator boots and the something Gucci suits, but I stay fly. That song's actually pretty funny. I think that's the one I'm thinking of, where it's like, yeah, Stay Fly, where they're just like really like poor and just wasting their money on stupid crap. But they're talking about staying fly, like it's kind of ironic. Got a quarter tank of gas. And my new S-Class. Something like that. It's a pretty funny song. I never really listened to it that much when I was younger, but... I just didn't have enough mana to do anything. I think I'm just gonna get this tower. He's backed in a yeah, I mean Lee could dive me right there. I just don't think I can stay and even try to contest that.
For humans, magic is like fire. For us, it's frost.
Maybe he should have done Mercs. I don't know. They are almost all like game. Oh my god. You gotta kill off that. Real though.
And that's why I love it.
Wow, I'm surprised he didn't have more than that. I thought he was gonna be like going into full Trinity or something. Okay, Lee's up there. I'm gonna just... It's funny, under my stats I have like almost no tower damage because when they go for tower, like when my ADC's hitting the tower, I'm usually going in and just like dropping all these wards in the enemy jungle instead. Giving them the full plate gold.
Every road leads someplace.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Danger is as fun as you let it be.
Yasuo's coming. Okay, well, she wasted that. Holy sh... Oh my god. Dude, where did he come from? Like, I forgot the bubble counts as a knock-up too, which is pretty dumb, but... Dude, please don't go into that, man. We are really outnumbered. And now Jarvan's dead too, maybe. I don't know. He keeps missing his combo.
Enemy double kill.
Only as loud as magic.
Yeah, I guess we should have given up on that play. I should have just run once the Ezreal was too far under tower. He has all the kills. Lee, I guess that's alright. I mean, if somebody's gonna have it, it's best that Lee has it.
Wild magic, we have no children, we have no future. Let's see what's happening.
Jesus Christ. Really? All 5 of them? Or 4 of them are up there? Okay, well, I did not see that coming. I mean, I guess a bunch of them were there a second ago. Once Nami flashed, I guess we should have given up on it. I thought Ezreal might be able to E in and just blow up the,
They will see my dance. Then they will know magic.
the Yasuo instantly. I guess I didn't ward that bush. I should have warded the bush, but... I probably should have just the Silas was the easiest person to kill. And he has a huge shutdown, so I should have just gone for the Silas. I got greedy, trying to clean everybody up. And the Lee kind of came in there. I don't know. I got too greedy. I should have just gone for the safer play. Really annoying that Silas is fed too, because that's like their only AP damage on their team. I try to stop them from backing to deal with the Tryndamere. Can we kill him or what? Like, I mean, he was isolated. Why didn't Diana just immediately E him and ult him? Like, what the hell's going on here? Oh, dude, this Lee just shows up like just at the right time. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, if she kills them all here, all is well. I mean, she was saving it for the right moment there. I am personally not having a fantastic game this game. Sometimes it's gonna happen.
Is that even possible?
I tighten up a little bit. I still think she should have gone in harder when I had him originally. I mean, yes, it looks nice. The result paid off. If he took that, he would have died. It really sucks I don't have Frozen Heart right now.
They ain't seen moves like mine.
Has destroyed a turret.
I'm gonna get some vision for a Tryndamere.
World's a big place. Don't want to miss it.
She hasn't spent her money yet, has she? She's gotta be rich. I guess she only got 2 of those kills, but it feels like she should have more than she currently has. get back off of them, I think.
My cloak right? Yes, it is.
Fuck. Really? I cannot believe that caught me midair. Well, I went too hard off of that. I thought with the Guardian proc I could run him down, but the Nami speed up, I think, just too much. Alright, well, I definitely want to Shurelya's here.
Humans made promises.
Killing spree.
Nah, it didn't cost us Baron. Guys, chill. I thought I was going to be able to get through it before it hit me, honestly.
They think they can catch
You know, it did kill me, which sucks. They blew a ton of stuff, though, to get me. And we're still, like, pretty powerful for the most part. We'll put all my wards around Baron. Might be late to this, which could be bad. I'm really out of position. Okay, fine. I guess we are all really low. Fine, fine. And we have Water Dragon. We are low. That's fine. That's the safer play. I don't know what Sapot means. Sapot? Sapot?
I'm just trying to live the moment.
Thanks, Black Falcon. Thanks for coming out, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, just email me about that essay if you're interested.
The universe loves me.
People here.
Humans claim it is theirs. They fence us away and cover it in flowers.
Trenimir's gonna be pushing, he's gonna get their inhibitor, so I'm okay with that. thought Lee had already back. Jarvan got out though. I mean, we did stall. I think Tryndamere could have gotten it. Well, maybe not. We probably should have just stalled and not gone in on that. We could have 2v1'd it, but with Lee there, obviously it's not gonna happen. I don't know what that is, NTR, man, but you gotta stop spamming it. I've already mentioned your name. If it's just trying to get, like, publicity for your channel, you got it. Alright, last warning.
Man, have you seen stars over there?
An ally has been slain.
Holy shit, was that a trap? Dude, was there really just a random ass trap there? I think we maybe could have won that fight. We could have at least killed the Caitlyn. If I, There's just a random trap sitting on the ground and I just didn't see it. I don't know. Wasn't paying attention. I guess I just stepped on it. This is not my game. Definitely not my game.
They're scared of darkness. They're scared of...
I think we're still competitive in the
They
game.
are scared of where I'm from.
Especially if we get this water drake. I just gotta quit feeding. Alright, see ya.
I'm patient.
It's probably just a bot anyways. Would have been a lot easier if I died like 5 times less this game, but...
It's a revolution. And it's good times.
Hey, thanks, Kowski. Well, I mean, I don't want to, like, in general, I don't criticize people or, like, give them... I mean, criticize, basically, unless they ask for it. I don't offer unsolicited criticism. We're just gonna split them out, I guess. I don't know where they are. Okay, they're going after J4, I guess. Dude, get it, get it. I need to get better vision down if this is what we're gonna do. Okay, we're just gonna.
Taking so long to get back to the action.
To stay happily married. That's right. Definitely do no unsolicited criticism to your spouse. or even solicited criticism. What do you think of this outfit is not, in my mind, is not an invitation to say, I don't like it, it makes you look fat. I don't care how realistic that might look. You do not ever say something like that. Or even just something simply like, I don't really like it. If it's obvious she likes it, I mean, I guess it depends on the girl. But that was actually like not that bad that I died there, because we got Diana 2 more kills, which is fine. I almost lived. Like, I shielded over to the Lee and to the Diana, and who is that bottom? Yasuo. I shielded over there and he got me like with an auto attack mid-air, or it would have been clean. So that actually wasn't too bad of a death, I think. But the other million deaths that I've had this game are not great. I think we probably just went off that. I mean, that's the nice thing about Recon too. Even if you screw up early, like, you can still just have like the game-breaking play. Ideally, you don't screw up early. This is one of my worst games I've played in a while, probably all week. But just in case you do. We just don't have enough juice.
Magic is supposed to be scary. Love is supposed to hurt. Ecstasy needs a little fear.
I need to push this up. I don't think they're going to go for Baron. If they trade Baron and we get Dragon Soul, I'm okay with that. I'm going to save these last 2 wards for trying to control this area. Y'all are too fast. Can't catch you.
If it don't get out of control, it ain't a party.
So that was a good fight, I think, overall for us. I got a few, you know, I think I picked it up in the last 5 or 10 minutes. And my teammates didn't freak out, at least as far as I could tell. I do have chat disabled, but they weren't spam question marking me. I just had a really crappy, you know, early game. There were some okay plays, but for the most part, it was a pretty bad game. But that's the beauty of Recon, you know, even down the stretch, like, even if you're kind of feeding, is it worth wasting Guardian, which starts on a 70-second cooldown on your leash? It depends. I do it sometimes. It depends on if I think we're going to fight level 1 or not. Or if they might try to fight us level 1. I thought the Ezreal played really well. We had kind of a catastrophic opening against them. Also, he had 20 kills. So yeah, the Ezreal early on was a little rough, but We're getting 22 now, which is nice. But, I mean, we have won a hell of a lot of games, too, in recent memory. We've really... Once I started doing this Frozen Heart build... If we just look at ranked here, yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, the data's not updated. Is the server going down? It's probably going down for the patch or something, right? It's not showing me the data. What rank am I? Am I still 14? Did I rank up? It's not saying yet. Must just be updating. C9 just called to ask about me. Hey, I'd be part of their content creation team if they want to do that. I don't know. I probably would not want to be. I don't know, man. If pro players make a hell of a lot of money, wife and I might have to move out to Cali for a couple of years. But in general, you know, I've asked her, hey, if I could be a pro player in Cali. She's like, that means we'd have to move to, like, California, right? I was like, yeah. She's like, I don't know if that's worth it. But there's a price. It would never happen. But if for some reason they did offer, like, hey, $200,000, come on out to Cali, maybe. Maybe. But I think it'd be a lot better if I could just be, if they wanted any sort of affiliation with me whatsoever, if it was just like a patch notes rundown or a support tier list or something like that. Like doing that type of content. Basically the content that I already do, I just put the Cloud9 logo on it. And obviously they give me an editor or something that would make it all look really good. That'd be nice. But anyways, okay, that's going to be it for tonight. Sorry it's a little bit short. We got about 3 hours in there. We did start really late. I'll try to start a little closer to on time tomorrow as much as I can. Hopefully my daughter's not too sick and daycare won't send her back. Yeah, I mean, it is a lot of money, but my wife and I really like this area too. I mean, she would probably do it for $200K. You got to remember the cost of living is also much, much higher out there too. If we had to live in like LA or God forbid San Francisco, I'm sure it's a wonderful city, but that city is like insanely expensive because all the Silicon Valley people live out there. So I don't know. We'd have to move off like really far away from family and friends, and it'd be super expensive. Yeah, that's another thing. If I have to like live in that gaming house, I think gaming houses are kind of going out of style, and gamers have more like apartments. They have personal space, you know, that's away, which is, I think, is healthy because you don't want to be with your people like 24/7. I mean, maybe, but I think it's nice to have a little bit of time to yourself. Hey, thanks, Mallow. Well, yeah, obviously, Fabio. It's just a joke. Yeah. I think San Fran's supposed to be even more expensive than LA, and LA's just, or not LA, New York City. At least parts of it. I don't know. But yeah, it's ridiculous. I doubt you could, like, the most junk house you could probably find just about, I mean, you might be able to find something in the hood for like 300,000. San Francisco probably has a hood. I don't know. What is that little place across the bridge? You probably get like a 900 square foot house that's like condemned for like $600,000. Wait, what's that? Isn't there like another city that's like basically adjacent to San Francisco that's like rougher? But even that place is probably heavily gentrified. And prices are probably still up a lot on it. No, not Alcatraz. Dang it, what is that? I can't remember the name of that city. It's not Compton. That's an LA like district. I remember hearing about it. Damn it. Yeah, Alcatraz is pretty rough. Oakland, that's it. So you might be able to find something in Oakland, maybe, that is, like, really, really rough. That's, like, maybe 30,000 or, like, 300,000, maybe. I don't know. I've just heard. I haven't looked at prices, but I've heard that it's just, like, absurdly expensive, and there's just, like, a legion of homeless people just, like, taking over the city. But anyways, okay. Well, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank y'all very much. As always, I really appreciate it. We'll be back here tomorrow around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, maybe we can make a run at Platinum 1 here soon. Did we even lose a game tonight? I don't think we lost a game. No. But anyways, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. And I will have a new tier list. I did record the patch notes. I didn't get to release it before the stream, but I'll release that tomorrow, and I will have a updated tier list support, and I'll do a separate ADC tier list, and then I'll do the other 3 tiers in, like, one video. But anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and we'll see everybody next time.